I just want to wrap up the week with the top concerns that you guys have going forward, or maybe something that you're curious about right now. I'll break it into two parts, timestamps down below. The first thing that I want to talk about is the imminent future when it comes to class balance. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you guys know it's coming. That's why I said ignore the tier lists, because the day is coming right here. We have the first class balance revamp, whatever. The pot's gonna be stirred for the classes starting this month in Korea first, and eventually we'll head over to the Western audience. Now, I'm gonna say this very slowly and carefully. It's gonna come to Korea first, but when it hits us, it's going to have a massive effect to the Western audience. I can already tell because you guys have been asking me. And I want you guys to, this channel is all about calming, or at least me. I'm always about calming you guys down. The class balance will come. Some of you will get nerfed. Some classes will get nerfed. Some will get buffed. It's because some are overperforming a little bit. Remember, the director showed the chart where there is a, what, like 1.2x difference between the top and the bottom classes. So those are going to be pretty much evened out, ironed out, and things like that. We don't know. Maybe animations will change. Maybe rotation will change. We have no idea. But when it comes, don't have fear. Let me tell you right now, guys. Every single class that I've made and played in Korea, all of them got nerfed. On the same day, I had to record that video with pain in my heart, but over time, I realized, even though they were all nerfed, they are still all fucking broken right now. Like, they're all too strong right now, okay? So what I want you to, like, I just need you guys to calm down. If the classes are overperforming in the end game in Korea, like 1560 plus item level, they're overperforming, it needs to be toned down. If some are underperforming, they'll be toned up. So I want you guys to not worry. And if you're already worried and come into my streams and asking, am I gonna get nerfed to the ground? Is my main gonna get destroyed? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be fucking raw to you guys. That's what I'm about. I'm all about transparency here. You haven't picked a main. You haven't picked a main. A main is a character that no matter what, you will not dump. This sounds really personal, like a real life relationship, but yeah, when you put on that wedding ring, or I mean, when you get that main, when you call a character a main, that means no matter what happens, unless something else in the future comes, let's say a class that you've been always wanting to play, maybe it's like a class that wields axes or something, then okay, switching because that looks fun to you, that's fine. But if you're going to abandon your current main because of some number tweaks, that is not a main, dude. That's called a fake love. I think there's like a song about it. Yeah, so you haven't picked the main yet, and that's okay. You still have ample time to pick mains. Don't worry, there will be catch-up mechanics in the future for the future classes, as well as anytime you want to switch mains. Now is still the time, as long as you do it right in the appropriate breakpoints. And even if you don't follow the breakpoints that I covered in this video, that's still, it's still okay. It's still fine. I just wanted to remind you one more time, for those that did not know, there's a lot of people that did not hear this. Class balance. This year is all about class balance. That is the motto, the theme. Of course, there will be content thrown at us like Elgasia. Oh man, a new continent with a lot of story, Abyss dungeons. It's gonna be great. I'll be doing that over in Korea. There will be also 2 more end game Legion Commander raids, as well as another. There's gonna be tons of continents. And the horizontal stuff, a lot of stuff, but the main focus will be working on the classes. Some are outdated, some have old animations, like they're from 2018. Can't blame them. So I want you guys to brace for the impacts and just trust me on this, you'll be fine. All my classes have been nerfed and they're still broken. Let that sink in, okay? In the end game, they're all jacked. They're all viable. That's another thing I want to talk about. Some people come in my chat, ask me about Bard versus Holy Knight or Paladin. How come in Korea, when I watch streamers, I only see Bards? Well, because Bards came out first with the release of the game in 2018, and Bards happen to have bigger, rounded objects around the chest area compared to Holy Knights. So that's pretty much why. In NAU, it's a little bit different. We started with both. And if you're gonna ask me which one is more preferred in the end game, We don't have enough medics. We don't have enough support in the end game. As you can see, from 1560 eye level to all the way to the max item level, this is in the hardest content of this game. We are lacking supports. We have only 19%, 19.9% instead of 25% of the player base. And if you're wondering where the frick is Artist, yeah, she's down here at 0.73. So as I said, we don't have enough support. We're not gonna be sitting there for an hour waiting for a Holy Knight or a Bard. We're just gonna go if a decent spec Bard or Holy Knight applies with the appropriate settings, the matter settings. We're just gonna go. We're not gonna sit there for an hour waiting for the right class. Okay, that's how it works in Korea. I don't know how it's gonna happen in NAU, but I want you guys to relax about that. The next thing I want to talk about is perfect timing. Just sold Cursed Doll for almost 600 gold. I sold this in Korea for 9 gold, and I know, I get it. One is 3 years old, one is new, but the price of pushing hard, the price of rushing, you don't really need a Cursed Doll plus 9 engraving right now. Look at my engravings. +6, +3. I'm easily missing 3 points from here. I could go supercharge 9, and I can get remaining energy to 9 with the free engravings that we get from the welcome challenge. So if I practice patience, I'll get 9 more points and cut a decent rock, and I'll have 3 engravings, 3 maxed out engravings. Right now, it's just placeholders. I don't even need this to clear the current contents. I'm able to clear everything currently just fine. So the price of pushing and the price of rushing right now is starting to burn some folks out. Remember, getting to tier 3 is great and all your characters should come here, but don't push yourself too hard, because once you get here, people ask, what's the difference? Nothing. It's the same thing. You do your dailies, you do your chaos dungeons, your guardian raids, and we're waiting for the next content patch. There is no rush unless you just want to get here first and start farming gold or get your ults here, whatever your goal is. But if you want to get here because you thought it's some like the land of fruit and honey or milk and honey, if you thought that there'll be magical rainbows and people, dudes and girls, just kneeling down and stripping in front of you, that's not the case. Tier 3 is the starting point, but we don't have the end game just yet. We don't have the Legion Commander raids. We don't have Season 1 arenas. We don't have another continent or the next one after that. We don't have those. So right now, the whole point of Lost Ark is to get yourself to T3, but do it at your own pace. Enjoy the journey and get here eventually with your ults. If you don't get here, that is also fine. But get here and then start just doing the horizontal stuff and get ready for the next raid once it is announced with the roadmap. Once we have the roadmap, then we can start moving into the next phase, the next step. Always step by step, guys. Stop rushing. Some of you guys are getting burnt out. 7 characters pumping every day. That's not how. Only manage what you can handle, guys, with your time. And I'm seeing it right now. Look at this. People are buying this. Look at this rock I sold for 30,000. I was like, no way this sells. It had Grudge and it had Hitmaster, which is 16% damage, as long as it's not a back attack or a head attack. And it sold for 30,000. This goes for less than 150 gold in Korea. Once again, I know Korea is a way older server. People don't need it as much. But guys, 30k gold is about $100, close to $100 for a rock ability stone that you can cut and it can be a dud. People are like, I've sold just single stat like Grudge or just Cursed Doll on the rock. I sold these for 2k each. People are paying crazy amounts right now. Everything is expensive. There's a bubble. I'm not farming for engravings. I'm not even learning them. I'm just chilling right now, guys, because there's no, it's the time to chill. This is the time to chill, not to go freaking crazy. Why driving a Ferrari? You're just gonna go from from one block to the next block in downtown New York City, dude. You're not on a highway with open fields trying to get to your vacation spot. You're just going to the grocery store, 1 block down the road. You don't have to get on a Ferrari and rev and go 200 miles per hour to the next fucking block, okay? Just slow down. You guys are overpaying. Some of you guys are buying engravings you might not even need. Like, for example, Gunslingers. Somebody asked me on stream, "What should I buy this?" I was like, dude, we don't even need Peacekeeper or we don't even need Peacemaker 3. You just need one, and you can get that from your accessories. If you just do Abyss dungeons, really easy, really cheap. You want to buy 20 of these? What? No, no. I mean, you get these for free too. Like, what the fuck? 10K? I don't know about y'all, but 10K is a lot of freaking gold. If you got that amount of luxury, just mail it over to ZEALS Ambitions on US Agenda. Okay, so guys, whoa, just relax. They will go down in price. Okay, they will go down eventually. It may take a while, but once everyone's in tier 3, it'll go down. Paying almost $100 worth of gold for a single rock that could potentially turn into garbage. Yo, man, you guys are crazy right now. Some of y'all are crazy. I mean, if you're benefiting, if you're profiting, great, but dude, eventually the price will go down, even though it will spike back up when they announce something new to chase, like Argos. But trends are your friend. They will go down, just like Korea, the leap stones, all that stuff. Eventually, once everyone is in tier 3, it'll all go down as well. I mean, it's already doing its job. I mean, this one is going crazy because that's where all the or the sea animals are at, but these are eventually going down, and it will. In Korea, these are going for like less than 20 gold, and we will get there.